Wait, why does the lobby say qualifying? Server just, no. I don't know what's going on.
Wait, setting.
It's always qualifying.
It's been like that the whole time? I just missed it?
Yeah.
Hello. Hello, live stream. I hope this is working. Should probably hide that. Hold up. There we go. I'm connecting to the racing server now. So we're at Suzuka this Thursday. It's echoey? That's not good. Is that better? Is that better? Still in a cave? I'm assuming that made it worse. How about now? Was it better after? Better? Okay, cool. Do we join the wet practice server or the dry one? It's going to be variable conditions. So it's going to be rainy and dry. Which one should I practice first? Let's do wet. Because I know for a fact everyone's done as much wet practice. Oh, dry. I might get money a little bit. How about now? I think I found the problem. I should have fixed it. Okay, it was capturing my webcam audio too for some reason, so that works. Cool. We will do dry. We'll switch this over. Alright, so the plan for this race, it's over an hour long. So there is some strategy involved because my car won't last the whole race without pitting for fuel. So I think the move is go with like 70% of the fuel I need. And then if it starts raining, we'll add the rest. And if it doesn't, then great. We'll just go till I run out of fuel and get fuel then. I completely just sped in the pit lane. Not supposed to do that. Can you stay on? There we go. So yeah, we're gonna put 70% race fuel in. And then from there, we'll figure it out. Depending on if it rains or if it stays dry the whole race. This first part of the track is definitely the hardest. A lot of mid-speed corners. Very understeery. But it starts to get better towards this point in the track.
I'm not taking a lot of risk at the moment. I'm quite fine.
I like how you're asking him to join the VC in my chat. Just on the track limits there.
Luke, how much fuel are you running?
My car won't have enough fuel to make it the whole race without stopping. I think you need exactly like 120.
Alright. Are there any mandatory stops?
No, there's no mandatory. I'm on the dry server, by the way, Phoenix.
Alright.
We got about 7 minutes before the official practice is open. So this will be our flying lap, and then we'll go and wait for the actual server to open.
Okay.
A 1 hour race, right?
Never mind, that won't be our flying
Hour
lap.
15.
Almost crashed.
Alright.
Let's try that again. I'll be right back, chat.
I think I'm just gonna put 120 liters and hope I don't crash.
Alrighty, I am back. I don't know how the mic's gonna sound with actual racing, but I guess we'll find out. I need to figure out how much fuel I need to put in the car. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, I need 117 total liters. Somewhere like 123. Alexa, what's 70% of 123? So we're gonna go out with 85 liters. Let me write this down so I don't forget. Because I will forget how much fuel I need to put in if I don't calculate it. Alright. So that means for practice we're gonna go out with 85 liters just so I can kind of get used to what the big amount of fuel feels like. See what kind of times we'll be running with that much fuel. My car is still broken. It's supposed to be the Arizona green tea car, but for some reason it's just all carbon fiber. We're gonna let Lloyd through. Looks like Lloyd went a little wide there. I don't think the track is optimum. Optimum conditions, because it does feel a little more slippy than usual. So we're gonna have to factor that into our overall pace. Definitely a slight lack of grip. That might just be me though with the high fuel. This is the really fast, almost flat out corner, so we'll see how I can take this with a lot of fuel. Okay, definitely have to take that a tiny bit slower. Have to brake a little earlier for that too. Oh, this is gonna be hell. I'm gonna have to change my whole line. Looks like Hendrickson had a little accident in front. Although he's a very fast driver, so I'm sure he'll be pulling away from us here soon. Unless he's somehow running more fuel than we are. Definitely faster than me through there. It's not like I'm expecting to catch anyone or make any good times right now, because I have way more fuel than everybody on the grid. But yeah, this is mostly just to get a feel for the car. Broke a little too early into there. So we're gonna come down the main straight, past the pit lane, past this section of the track right here. We're gonna brake right at the little side road. Down to third, then second. Not on the brakes or the gas, just gonna let it flow through the corner. Back on the gas at that little white strip on the curb. Up to third. Cut the curb as much as you can through there. Downshift to second. Not on the brakes or the gas. If I stay in third through these corners, then it overslows the car. So we're just going to keep in second. We're going to stay to the right for this corner to set us up for the left-hander. Downshift a little, or upshift a little earlier, just for stability. This corner is almost flat out, but you do have to lift a tiny bit on entry. Then through here, we're just going to downshift to third. Cut the curb. Go out very wide. And down to second. Cut the curb. And out very wide again. Then here comes the hairpin. We're going to brake right at the end of this curb, all the way down to first. A lot of camber on this corner, so you can take it with a lot more speed than you think. Get on the power nice and early. I could have honestly done it earlier than that. We're going to stay as far to the right as possible without losing traction. So around the middle of the track and then cut back in. Then our brake marker for this corner is that little side road. Down to second. Stay with that curb. Try not to get on it. All the way out. Just going to let it pull us in. Get on the gas early. You're more than likely going to have some oversteer right there because it's off camber. That's okay. We know how to deal with oversteer. We come down the back straight into 130R, one of the fastest corners. We're just going to let off, cut the curb, and then back on. Not quite flat out. Brake at the 100-meter board for the final chicane. That was a little early. Cut both curbs to get a better exit. And that is a lap of Suzuka. Not a very fast one, mind you. But it is a lap. Let's see what that time was. 2:04.8. So about 2 seconds off my usual pace with all this fuel. That was to be expected, though. I'm going to try and push a little more this lap. See if I can get a better time than that. At least into the 2:03s.
I'm just trying to get the truck warm for you, Kenneth.
Shit.
Just getting that racing line all built in.
He needs as much rubber down as he can to protect those rears.
Jonathan gets it.
Destroy them. Destroy them.
Sorry.
That should be a little better. We'll see. Tiny bit. I could go faster.
Over your tri setup.
If you have any rule of thumb, this track breaks it. So go test it.
Oh, great. Okay.
I'm gonna burn through fuel so quickly in this race. Lots of oversteer there. Bit of an awkward chicane there. We'll do one more lap. One more lap. Did improve by about a second. Probably could have got on the gas a little earlier there. Track is definitely losing grip as we speak. As you can tell. Looks like it's getting a little dark. Turned in a little early there. We have the current championship leader behind us, so we don't want to slow him down too much. We also don't want to lose our lap, so we'll see if he can get by us or we can let him by without either of us slowing down too much. He gained 3/10 on me just in that corner alone, so obviously he's quick. It's also just practice, so if I need to abort the lap, I can. Very slippy on the exit. He's well within the slipstream range now. I'm not quite to the car in front. So we'll see what happens. Is he going to go for the move? Nope. That's definitely an aborted lap by us. So we're going to go back to the pits. That wasn't too bad. We're not actually going to pit. We're going to stop here. Hello, Canal. How are you doing? Did I say your name right? Looks like we have 19 people for this race, maybe 18. So Hendrickson going fastest, not quite getting below the 2-minute mark. I'm currently running 7th in practice, which isn't saying much considering how much fuel I had, and I'm sure everyone's doing the same thing I'm doing where they're just testing out their race spec. So we'll see how far I move up or down during qualifying in about 11 minutes. But yeah, it should be a good race. I am enjoying this track so far. But it's probably going to get super rainy towards the end. You have a rainy setup that I'd rather not use just in case it dries up, but I guess we shall see. I would say let's do a lap with low fuel race spec or quali spec, but the track is only green right now and it's getting pretty cloudy. So track temp is pretty low, 34. That's actually not that low, I don't know what I'm saying, but Loverlink goes past Hendrickson by less than a tenth of a second. Carpenter, Clifford, Resco. So our main rivals, we're a Pro-Am driver. So we're only really competing in the Pro-Am Championship. Obviously there's the overall one, but Pro-Am is the one that we care about. I believe Lloyd is a Pro-Am driver. Pocket is. Hernandez is. Phoenix, I think, is. McIver is. And I think that might be all for this race. We might only have like 5 people that we're actually competing against besides everyone else. But yeah. We got a couple Silva drivers, a bunch of Pro drivers, and I think there's only 3 or 4 AM drivers. But we'll see what the entry list looks like for qualifying. I am going to go use the bathroom while I still have the chance, so I will be right back.
William and Skyler, I'm gonna need y'all to spill some secrets.
Hello, I am back, chat. I think this will be a good race. The last one went pretty terribly,
Ball fuel or race fuel?
so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. The first race at Coda went really well. I finished 8th, which is my best finish so far. And then Barcelona went pretty horrible. I did a whole extra pit stop. There was only one required. And the first one didn't count, so I had to go back in, and I lost a bunch of positions. And my time just wasn't there anyways. So I'm really hoping to make a comeback this race and hopefully finish within the top 10. I'd even be happy with just 10th place. So we'll see, but I'm excited. I think my internet just went out for a minute there. That's fun. Hopefully that doesn't happen during the race. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
Let's really hope that that doesn't happen during the race. That would be horrible. We got 1 minute and 40 seconds till qualifying. I have no idea how long qualifying is. It's probably around 12 minutes. I'll see how that goes. I've never been strong in quali, so hopefully it actually goes well for once, but we shall see. Let's see how Phoenix is doing.
Alright guys, we're coming up on the 1 minute to go. It's Suzuka time. Maybe in the dry, maybe in the wet. Who knows? And so, quick reminder regarding qualifying rules and etiquette. No racing each other out there. No passing another car that's on a valid lap. If you have invalidated your lap and or scuffed your lap to the point to where you're not going to improve, and you got somebody on a valid lap behind you, please do let them go. Also, please manage your gaps out on the out lap and build yourself plenty of time. Don't wait to the last corner, to the last chicane to build a gap. Let's not have a parking lot there. And also, let's also avoid passing people right at the end of the outlap as well. Practice is officially over, and it's showtime. Good luck.
Ooh, wet track. And of course it's raining. I'm gonna go out on not a lot of fuel. Let's say 20 liters, and we're gonna turn our traction control down by a little bit. And then we should be good. Wish me luck, chat. Not a great start.
Also, as people return to the pit for any reason, or people have already started their laps, please do keep an eye on the mini map as you exit, so that you're not dumping out in turn 1, right? Traffic and ruining people's lap right at the very start.
So usually in a wet race, you want to stay away from curbs and you stay off the normal racing line because that's usually the slower one. But Suzuka is kind of weird. There's a lot of banking, a lot of elevation change as well. So you kind of just have to find out what works, what's quickest, and just stick with it. Right now the whole track is wet, so there's not really a dry line to follow. But honestly, I've found in my wet practice so far that the curbs are pretty friendly in the wet, as long as you're careful. So yeah, we will see how that affects everyone's qualifying pace. The braking zones usually are a little bit longer as well, but I've found at Suzuka they don't change too much. So it should be okay. Corners like this, the really fast long corners, are usually a bit harder, depending on how wet the surface is. And it's super easy to lose grip and spin out around those. And you can see just overshooting it a little bit. So the braking zones do come down maybe by like 5 meters. But other than that, it's not too bad. So hopefully a dry line will start to form in the 12 minutes we have remaining of qualifying, and we can kind of stick to that and follow it. You do have to slow down a lot more than you would usually for that corner, 130R. We're still gonna try at least to ride these curbs. I didn't do a ton of wet weather practice, so this is gonna be interesting. Braking a little earlier there, downshifting to second to use the engine brake. Looks like someone's had a bit of an accident in front of us. So you can still use the whole curb there without it hurting you too much. Same there, downshift to second. The shifting is relatively the same as the dry line. You don't have to change your gears that much. But we are just taking a little bit less speed through every single corner. We're not actually going to upshift to third until we get around here, since we are taking it a lot slower. I've found staying through second around there is a little bit faster. A little bit of a drift there. Luckily it was controlled. Breaking into that corner can be sketchy. As you can see, I overshot it there just a little bit. So you just gotta be careful through there. You can kind of see the dry line forming now, the darker spots on the track. You can see that's where people are driving the most, so we kind of want to stick to that. It's not the exact racing line that you would usually take in the dry, but it is very similar. So we want to stick within the dry or the dark spots on the track, because that is the most grip. You can see it especially right through here where there's no reflections. But we also don't want to overheat our tires, so it's not necessarily that bad to go in the wet spots. Honestly, might have had that wrong, because we're on the wet tire. I think we can kind of drive anywhere and it'll be okay. But if you're on slicks when the track is still damp or wet, then you want to stick to that dry line. My tires are definitely overheating now. As you can see in that bottom right corner. 210.1, not too bad. That was my first time lap. Let's not get, that was track limits, never mind. Still have a pretty big gap to the car behind us, so we're just going to keep it going. We don't have to get out of the way for anyone quite yet. I'm going to try and lower the temp on my tires a little bit just by driving in the wetter spots of the track. So we're going to go a little bit more to the inside on this corner here. We're just going to stick along that. Not as much grip, but we're not on a flying lap, so that's okay. We just want these tires to cool down at least a little bit. I don't know if slicks would have been better, because the dry line did form very quickly. We'll have to see what the leaders are on. But if the track keeps clearing up, or if this rain secedes, then slicks might be the best choice. So we're just going to drive in the wet spots a little bit just to try and cool down these tires at least a little bit. Doesn't seem to be working that well. That is a very fast corner, so it's going to kill those left tires. We'll do one more lap on the wets, or the wet weather tires, and then we'll switch over to the slicks. See how that works out. So these things are hot right now. And it looks like the rain is going to let up towards the end of qualifying anyways. So you can almost take that the normal racing line, but just not quite. So we're going to do one more flying lap on the wets, and then we will switch over to the slicks and see if they're any faster. Looks like we got about 18 people for this race. Nope. Okay, so slicks are not the way to go. As you can see, our brakes are overheating quite a bit as well. I did not mean to quit the whole lobby. Uh-oh. That ain't good. Hopefully we can get back in. Yes, we can. It's saying whip tires optimum, but that felt pretty bad. I think we want to go on, yeah, brake pads too. Not that much fuel. We're gonna go out with 13. Get a few more laps in. Don't know what he was doing. As you can see, our tires are already heating up quite a bit. Braking zone is definitely tricky for that corner. Just gotta be careful around here not to lose grip. Broke way too early, but it's not a flying lap, so it's okay. Alright, let's see if we can improve our time. Decent first corner. Still gonna stay in second. Third doesn't seem quite right there. There's a surprising amount of grip, but it is still definitely slower. Gonna break a little earlier through there because we've overcooked it a few laps now. This lap already feels better than the one I've set. Never mind. Take it all back. I'm tempted to try the slicks. I really am. I think I'm going to. I'm going to try the slicks. This could be the worst move of my life. But we are going to try it. I don't believe that the wet tires are optimum because they're overheating so fast. Okay, so we're just going to follow this dry line. As you can see, the rain is no longer falling. Definitely slippier, but by next lap it might just be a little better. Doesn't seem like there was really a quote-unquote better tire These ones are way too cold. Those ones are way too hot. Track is definitely clearing up, so I think next lap might be able to improve if we even get one. I don't think I will. So we might just have a shitty qualifying and be stuck in 15th unless I can get to the line in time, which I have 30 seconds to do so. This is either going to be perfect or it's going to be horrible. I guess we'll see. Come on, give me one more lap. Ah, we're not going to make it. Dang it, okay. So 15th for now.
Yellow flag, be careful there. Session is now over.
That's okay. I almost never do good in qualifying anyway, so that's okay. Try ABS 1 and brake pass all the way back, at least on the wet tires. Is that what I should do for the wet setup? This is only my 3rd race in the wet, I think, ever. So I'm going to be pretty slow in the wet. That's just bound to happen. So that could either ruin my race or maybe it'll ruin it for everyone else too. And who knows? This race could go any direction. I know my dry pace is pretty decent. But like you can see, we're pretty down. We're pretty far down on the grid right now. But hopefully we can make a comeback, especially with this race being a longer one. I think it'll be a little more about survival than actual pace. But I could be completely wrong. I guess we'll see how it goes. But we have Leverlink on pole over 6/10 in front of everyone somehow. That's insane. This dude's so fast. And then we have Hendrickson, Clifford, Rasco, Wilson, Portis, Comforter, Kaiser. Kaiser and MacGyver are the ones I want to catch up to. Hopefully I can. Kind of doubting I can, but we'll see. Imola is getting close, yes. Are we still doing the McLaren?
Alright, there is some rain in this session, so watch out for slippery curves and remember to brake early.
So it looks like it's going to be wet for a while.
Well, that wasn't very nice of it to switch to wet all of a sudden again.
Alright, guys. So before
You
get
said
to
ABS 1 and
messing-
TC
before
up.
messing around with your setups,
Right.
be sure that you need to turn
Oh, brake
on
pass all
your
the way back. Never mind.
contact telemetry so you don't get disqualified if you fail to produce that. So click on the electronic section, scroll down to telemetry laps, turn that up to 99 or any number of
Down to
laps that
50.
will capture all laps of the race. It's a 75-minute
Oh, I know.
race today. There are no mandatory pit stops or anything like that. It's light rain out there at the moment. Looks like it will increase. It's a wet track. Do note 26 degrees ambient, 32-degree track, and no wind just because at the moment.
I'm sure this is going to go so well. We got our
Sorry,
fuel,
did you go on drives
tires,
for that?
brakes. Got our pit stop
No,
strategy
wet.
set up.
Dang.
Telemetry laps are good.
Guess I just.
It's going to
have
be wet
that
for a
issue.
while, so we should be okay. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I have a
I
feeling
think
not
I
very
have a wet
well.
problem actually. I'm always so. It's only recently though.
I just threw that setup together like as qualifying started because I hadn't practiced wet yet. So I guess I just nailed it on the setup.
Yeah, I did like 5 laps of.
All right,
wet
I'm hiding
practice.
chat as soon as the race starts, just so I
I
don't
just
get
use the same
distracted.
setup.
Already. Can we
'Cause I
not?
know myself.
Can we not? I look at the times and I'm like, ugh. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. We got 1 minute to go. Fuel check.
Oh, I did not
Tires
mean to do
check.
that.
Setup check. Mode check. Telemetry check.
I have exactly 1 setup change from my dry setup.
Where'd my camera go?
Yeah, I did a little more than that.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
All right. For the start,
It was tight between the three.
mic will be put away,
Clifford,
chat will be hidden.
Rasco, and you.
30 seconds.
Alright, 30 seconds
Maybe.
to go. Be sure to hit drive. Be sure to hit drive so you don't have to start from the pit lane. Be sure to hit drive.
Wish me luck, chat. I will talk when I can talk.
I don't know. I feel like those Lambos are gonna have the advantage in the race though, with the tank being up front for me.
Alright. Pull away nice and slowly.
Probably not.
Keep it
You
distant.
Go in single file.
have huge advantage with pace.
Alright, quit chat during lap 1, turn 1. Let's not go the full ride route. Pretty please. It's a wet track, it's slippery. There are 2 ugly puddles that's gonna cause somebody to understeer. So let's not get caught out by that. After you get around turn 2, turn 3, generally speaking, your goal should be to get single file as fast as possible. After that, if you continue to get out side by side, the chances are fairly high that they're going to be in the grass, swimming in the mud. So be very careful about that. Also, heading into the hairpin after Degman 1 to Degman 2, let's be careful in the braking zone there. Let's not miss our brake points. Do note that some cars can brake later in there. So unless you're absolutely sure that you can take whatever your desired normal point is and not run into the car in front of you, brake earlier. If you brake it too late, we will not be nice if the incident gets reported.
Go in double file.
As we exit Spoon here, we will go double file. Leader, please hold 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour. And that's 50 miles an hour or 80 kilometers an hour. Remember, we want 1 car length between you and the car in front of you. Don't worry about the car next to you on the side. If you're inside any sort of realistic view, if you can see a bit underneath the car, you might be too far back. You need to scoot up. It'll be a slight delayed start, so be very patient as we wait for the green flag. Be also very careful about any lane switching and pulling into another car's path. We've had another start line incident. Let's not do that here. Pretty please. Alright, pack it up, pack it up. 1 car length. Alright, let's get a good clean start here, good clean start.
Did you see that? Did you see that? Oh, he's coming back. Thank the Lord he backed out. See if we can catch up with these guys in front. That was like fucking LA traffic in the beginning, dude. That was insane. Everyone was backed up. Let's not get another track limits warning. I prefer not to do a drive-through typically during my races. Honestly, don't know. This might be a stupid question. Does Slipstream still exist during like wet weather races? Is it that, or is the Mustang like, I know the Mustang is fast on a straight line, but it felt like I was not gaining on him like at all. I feel like I could definitely take more speed through there, but I don't want to risk another track limits. .8 to the cars in front. I don't know why they're driving over here, but I'm going to do the same thing.
Well done, mate. Personal best.
Almost lost it. That was close. Oh, horrible exit out of there. Oh, I didn't even realize I was in 12th. How did I make up 3 positions? I know I killed one guy by accident. Okay, I don't even know if that was my fault, though. Because to me, it looked like I was alongside him. Not by much, but I was, and then he turned in on me. But that's something that we'll have to look at later. Losing the car behind, that's a good thing. Doesn't seem like the Mustang is the strongest car around here. Or maybe Jaden just struggling. We're not really getting on the car in front. We need to start going a little faster. He's not utterly losing us either. It was 1.8 last lap. But we still need to start gaining a bit more. Like that. That was a way better corner. Mediocre chicane though. Who's that in front? Lloyd and Frizza. I know Frizza's usually pretty okay. Lloyd, I think he's pretty new, so I don't really know yet.
Sometimes the car in front in sector 2.
Okay, we didn't almost die that time around the first corner, thank God. Could have been bad. We held on. Somehow gained a little bit. It is so hot in my room. I'm gonna be a sweaty mess at the end of this race. Seems like I'm losing a lot of time in the hairpin. I need to work on that. These tires are hot. The rain is cold. Why are they hot? I gotta remember, I'm probably not gaining on them because I have 70 liters of fuel still. I'm gonna do what these guys are doing. I'm pretty sure they're coming over here to cool down their tires. And it seems to be actually working really well, so I should keep doing that. It's either that or so they can get a better lap, but it's the race, so I don't know why they would want to do that. Seems like I'm pretty fast through this first sector, and then the second sector is where I'm losing all the time to the cars in front. I don't know if I'll be able to finish in the top 10, but I feel like I have the pace to capture or catch up to Floyd up here. Oh, he's 10th. Never mind. So if we catch Floyd, if we catch Floyd, that's top 10. I need to stop talking. Thought that was track limits. It was! Dang it! Okay. Really rather not get a drive-through. Alright, chat. I'm locking in. No more dilly-dallying.
Losing to the car ahead in sector 1.
Damn it!
Light damage on the front of the car.
Sorry, Jaden. Didn't mean to come back at you like that. The understeer is crazy right now. My TC feels really high to that corner. Might be something I have to look at. Might have no front end because of that damage now. So I might get cut up here by Stapleton. Is the damage that bad? It said light damage. He's gaining on me a ton. Might have to change up the strategy a little bit then. Pit early for fuel. And fix that damage. I think everyone's gonna have to pit because this car is, I've been told, best on fuel saving. And this thing could not make it the whole race without having to stop for fuel, so... Yeah, the damage is pretty bad. I didn't realize how bad it was slowing me down. I have no turn in whatsoever. Let's try and use the camber a little more through there as I completely do the opposite of what I just said. Dude, I have no turn in whatsoever. I feel like I'm just wasting time by staying out like this. Or that can happen. All right, we're pitting. Go through. Well, that was stupid. Okay. Change tires. Wet. Brakes are fine. Repairs. A minute pit stop. Yippee. I'm gonna add a bit more fuel because I think it consumes a little bit more in the wet. How far did we make it? We had about 20 minutes before we had to stop, so we're kind of doing the reverse strategy because I wanted to pit during the last 20 minutes. But we're gonna have a lot of fuel. It's gonna be interesting, that's for sure. Stinky doo-doo, just turn the AC down. Alright. Let's get back at it. We have a lot of driving to do ahead of us. I think I'm the first one to pit. Ah, we came out right where the leaders are. Shit. Hopefully I don't slow him down too much before I can let him by. What is it here? Confirmed, I'm faster than everyone in front of me. I'm actual racing genius. I'm not on fresher tires or anything. Much better without the damage. Miles better. Alright, so we got about 50 minutes of driving. And then race over. No more pitting, hopefully. That's the goal. Also, to answer your question, the brakes feel okay. Not too much different than my dry setup, so I like that because I'm already used to it. So good call by you there. Thank you for that. My tires aren't that hot, but I'm going to do this anyways just to try and take care of them. Might have overcooked it. Might have overcooked it. I think we're okay. That might have been utterly perfect. Oh, still track limits, but no penalty, so I'm okay with that. I need to stop talking. I don't know who just walked behind me, but someone was in my room. I mean, we're running the same time as the guy in front, Carpenter, for the most part. If I did better in quali and just didn't make all the mistakes I've been making, then I could have been up there. But that's how it goes. Oh well. I'll have to remember that I've pitted before everyone. So I should be making up at least a couple positions just when everyone else goes to do their pit stop. It's not mandatory, but I have I don't think anyone could make it the whole race without fuel. Someone crashed up front. I don't know who was, but I think it was Hendrickson. What races are interesting? Hendrickson is out, I guess? I didn't see what happened to him, so I guess the damage was bad enough that he had to call it? I don't know. Maybe he's giving the position back to someone? Either way, we'd have to pass him again for it to count as an actual position gain, so who knows. Overcooked it a little bit through there. I'm not really pushing right now. I'm just kind of trying to survive. We have a long way to go still, 45 minutes. Kind of upset I took new tires in the pit lane. I didn't mean to do that. My old ones were just fine. That definitely wasted. I don't know how much time that adds to the pit stop, but decent amount at least. Whoa. What was that? Did you guys see that on stream? The lag fest that just happened? Or was that just me? Pink car was fucking like drifting, dude. These tires are starting to get a little hot. I'm gonna try and manage these because we gotta make them last this whole race. What, you've never heard lag fested before? Oh, I made up a position. In 16th instead of 17th now. Sick. I mean, I'm still basically in dead last because I pitted so early, but... We're just going through for the undercut, that's all. It's a nice, easy undercut. Slow car ahead? I hardly know her. I almost turned into the wrong turn there. The cones are gone, so I got confused. Hey, someone else pitted for once. Let's go. It was Waters. And I am back where I qualified. Honestly, if I finish where I started, I'll be okay with that. Because then at least it wasn't an absolute fail. But let's hope we can make up at least a couple positions. My head is so itchy. There is sweat dripping down my neck. I might as well be wearing my actual helmet and head sock at this point. At least it would hold the sweat in. I'm getting horrible exits out of there, but I already have 2 cut warnings from that same corner, so I'm not risking it. Because if I get a drive-through, that'll actually just ruin the race completely. Whoa! Don't do that. Is that a car? Was that a car? I couldn't tell. I saw like my radar flash up for a minute. You definitely go faster through here, but I don't really want to risk it. Because as I said, I'm just trying to drive safe right now. I also want to nurture these tires. Because they do have to last quite a while.
We are at the halfway mark, still a long way to go.
Halfway there. Love that corner, hate this corner. I don't know who keeps leaving and rejoining the call, but went way wide there. Overcooked it quite a bit. Well, this is weird. Guy in front is pulling away just slightly every lap. Guy behind is gaining by, like, I think barely a tenth every lap. So I'm kind of just here in the middle of the top 5, top 6. Just chilling. Kind of hope it's... I hope and I don't hope it's like this the whole race. Position-wise, it would be better because I'm not fighting anyone. But it is a little boring. So I don't know. "15 baby?" What does that mean? 13th! How'd I get there? Who keeps crashing? Keep it up. Oh my god. My beautiful girlfriend is in the chat, and I shouldn't be looking in during the corner. Hi, baby. The tires are definitely falling off, as you can tell. And I don't mean falling off the car, I mean losing grip. Well, I can still see the cars in front, so I'm not getting absolutely gapped. And I'm actually losing the guy behind, which is pretty cool. 12th! How am I doing this? Are people just dying, or are they pitting? Like, what's going on? Because I don't feel like my pace has been that good. Lots of lost grip there. Tires aren't overheating at all. I don't know if it's getting colder or if I'm doing a good job managing them, but I am all here for it. Way overcooked that one. Whoops. So I don't think it's raining too hard right now, but the radar, which you can see right above my tires, there's 2+ icons in the next 30 minutes, and we're at exactly the 30-minute marker. That only means it's going to get wetter. So it's going to be rainy the whole race, which is good. No need to do a second pit stop. Really wish I wasn't so sweaty. You know what? That was an okay save. No idea how I kept that pointing forward. Holy shit. Okay, I need to chill out. Just survive. We're in 12th. We're happy in 12th. We don't want to go to 13th. I don't want to believe in myself, though. These tires are horrible. They can't even hold around that corner anymore. I'm gonna have to drive way slower if I want to stay on track. It's wet. I got old tires that don't want to work anymore. This is gonna be rough. We're gonna have lappers coming up behind me here soon. Well, not lappers. People that haven't pitted yet. It's trying to lose grip around every single corner. And we're just gonna try and hold on. Only got 25 minutes left. We're chilling. We're gonna start driving. We're gonna start driving the. We are going to start driving the dry line a little more. It seems like the wet line is kind of falling off. But I also want these guys behind to get past without slowing me down, so much understeer, Jesus Christ. We're not quite in passing range yet, so we should be okay for now. It doesn't matter if this guy passes me, because he's already technically passed me. He's in 5th, I'm in 12th, so if he gets past, it's not a huge deal. You got a horrible exit though, dang. Unless maybe him and the guy behind him can start fighting. That would be good for me. Keep him off my back for a little bit.
Faster car is approaching.
Never mind. He's not quite in passing range yet. I know I got the blue flag, but that just happens when they're within a second. And the S's is definitely not a place to let someone pass. So we're going to continue on for now. Once we get up a little further to a better area, I'll let him by. We're gonna let him by here. Go!
The faster car is approaching.
I still don't think any of these guys have pitted. That's probably why they're so fast, because they have like no fuel. Whoa, what the hell? What? What is happening? Can you guys see this?
Faster car approaching. Watch out.
Am I alive? What was that? What? I can't tell if I'm like about to hit him. I'm scared. I have never seen it. This has never Ooh!
Clear on the right.
Well, that's where he was. Okay. Good to know. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to send the clip to that guy later. Never mind.
Faster car is approaching.
Well, that was an interesting thing to see. In all my years of this game, I've literally never seen that. So the closest person that can actually pass me is Pocket. And he's like 45 seconds away with 3 people in front of him. I haven't really seen how these guys are racing up front. So I might get the undercut and get a few passes here, but we shall see. It's also really hard to tell who's pitted and who hasn't. And who's not going to and all that. It's been a quiet race for the most part though. Besides the beginning.
Yellow flag is accepted.
I overcooked that wildly. We're like drifting the car through half of these corners. Was not the best place to put the car, Waters. I'm gonna be completely honest. I mean, I guess I'm happy with finishing 12th with how quali went. Making up 2 positions isn't too bad. But it has been a very messy race. You also got to report that guy who punted me off into the chicane. That was just stupid. That was like the icing on the cake. And that lost me a good amount of time. That had to have been at least 20 seconds extra in the pit. And then who knows how long just out on track. Wouldn't be surprised if it was another 20. Honestly, did not think it was going to be raining the entire race. I thought it was going to be dry and then rain and then maybe back to dry. But nope, it's just been pouring all race. I should have done more wet weather practice for sure. These guys are fighting up front. They're alongside each other. I couldn't even tell who ended up getting the position there. See, I had the pace to finish up high in this race, and then just a lot of tiny little mistakes added up. Because I'm running about the same, if not faster than these guys. See, and I shouldn't even really be passing this guy. Because he is technically a lap up on me. But I feel like it's going to come to that where I'm going to be faster than him. What I can tell you is that spray is not helping me. Can't see anything. Also, the fact that this dude's braking so early. Those things do not go hand in hand. Water spray and braking early are not good. Oh, off the track again. That was almost bad. Oh, that's where the bridge is, huh? That's why I keep seeing things pop on my radar. It's just other cars. That makes a lot more sense. Got about 10 minutes left, so like 5 more laps-ish. Almost lost it. I'm getting real sick of the rain. Could have been a dry race. I could have been up in like... I don't even know. Not 12th. But no. Now I have to sit here an hour and 15 minutes with water. Getting waterboarded. Not a fan. I do like this track though. My first race on this track ever. Just wish it wasn't so damn rainy. Can't see shit. Like, look, I'm faster than the guy in front of me. I could have been up in 5th right now if I just had a good qualifying. These tires are so old. Wait, there's actually someone to pass in front of me. Holy shit. Okay, we have to actually try now. '11th could be ours. He's 2.5 up. I think he was the one who kind of had an accident. Yeah, there he is. Come on. Give it to me. Come on. Come on. Give up. Give up. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. '11th place is ours. The coveted 11th place. It's too easy, really, honestly. This whole game is just too easy. So Jaden Hernandez would be the next person to pass, and he's like 8 miles in front of me, so I think 11th will be our finishing position. That guy fought for it, though. I think he has damage. Because he was really slow. Or maybe, because he might be an AM driver. So maybe I just was catching up slowly over the race, and then finally did it. I will check the replay after the race and see. Well, I have to admit, I've done a great job with my tires. They're looking great right now. They're feeling okay, too. I was just pushing too hard earlier. I say as I almost bent it into a wall. Would have been on purpose, though, anyway, so it's fine. That's a nice little comeback. After crashing twice, getting up to 11th. 2 minutes 30 seconds left, so there might be like 2 more laps after the line. I'm honestly curious to see if anyone's gonna run out of fuel. Anyone misjudged and didn't put enough fuel in. So it still could be a top 10 finish. Never say never. I put in way too much fuel. Jesus Christ. 30 liters over? Whoops.
Faster cars approaching.
Okay, faster car, you can approach. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, suddenly the tires feel like absolute shit. What happened? That guy's flying. Who is that? Rasco? God dang. It's hella fast. One more lap at the line. Almost there. We'll see if people get penalties too. But hopefully, it ends up being a top 10 finish in the end. Last lap. Let's not kill ourselves. Healthy gap to the car behind, so we're okay. I don't know why I kept saying we, it's just me. But actually no, because you guys can see what I can see. It's like we're both racing. Oh my god, that was almost the end of my race. It probably didn't look like it was that bad on the stream, but holy shit. That was almost me spinning going, what was that, 120? Oh, someone does have a drive-through, and they're in front of me. Please last long enough. I doubt it will, but... Wait, they might get DQ'd actually, hold up. Because the leader already finished. So they're gonna go serve that drive-thru on the last lap. I don't know. Anything could happen. Especially because the results always change after penalties are applied after the races and all that. Last few corners. Woo! We'll see if Rasco gets DQ'd. 11th place though, that's not that bad, honestly. Could have been better. Definitely could have been an easy top 8, I want to say, if I had a better start. But just an unfortunate start. It happens. Still made a better comeback than last week, because last week I finished like 15th and that was terrible. But overall, that wasn't too bad of a race. Obviously I had good pace because I was keeping up with the leaders. My back hurts. Brake settings are great, honestly. I didn't have any problems with them. It felt steady.
All right, that is
Green light, show them what you got.
finally over. So first of all, I want to thank you guys for coming out. And then second, for sticking it out. Hopefully you had some fun out there. If you finished on the podium, you automatically need to submit your Motec. That would be Loverink, Clifford, and Portis. In addition to that, Lloyd and P7 and Jay Hernandez, P10, will also need to submit their Motec. If you have any incidents for us to review, please shoot me a DM. Again, my name is Kenneth Portis, aka Kerbo167, and we'll take a look. Give me your name, your car number, and what lap it happened on. We'll find it. Once again, thanks for coming out. We'll see you next time. Have a good night. Cheers, guys.
Great race, guys.
Good race, Clifford. I just watched that back, and I'm not really sure what happened there.
On that same note, goodbye stream. I am now ending it because I am tired and hungry. And this race is way too long. So bye-bye. Thank you anyone who watched. And I will see you next week